Welcome to the series where we are building the biggest theme park in Theme Park Tycoon 2. In today's episode, we're going to begin work on the very first roller coaster in our theme park. And the theme of this roller coaster is the jungle. Last episode, we built this, which is the base layer for the temple, which we're going to expand on today and finally develop the roller coaster, which will pass underneath the building. Alright guys, I think we need to start with a very important task. It's been a long time coming and we finally have a name for our theme park. The name of this theme park was suggested by a YouTube comment, the channel name being Seth, and his idea was that we name it Chappie's Climate Park. So let's bring up this and change what was name needed to Chappie's Climate Park. There we go. Chappie's Climate Park. For now, I'm going to leave this sign up here just like this. I will eventually make a icon for this, but for now, we're just going to get on with the video, as I know it's been a long time coming since we've actually done a Theme Park Tycoon 2 video, which I'm really sorry about, by the way. So we need to get to work on the first ride, because as you can see, we've made the main area and we've made this building, but we haven't actually got anything for the guests to ride on. We've literally got 176 guests, and besides the money farm down here, they're just kind of walking around. So in a previous time, I had actually dug out this area down here. I know it's really difficult to see, but if I just go into my camera mode here, you can see that I've pretty much got like a long runway that will come down here, and then it comes up and shoots through the ceiling, which we can then see is actually just underneath the temple. So like if I go down and through the ground over here, you can see this is where the runway is. However, I don't actually want the main roller coaster to start down here. I want it to start up here, like in the main area. And I just realized I'm kind of stuck down here. So yeah, up here, like in this main area, this will be like a queue area, and then maybe I could make it start along this back wall, and then it will kind of like dive down and go into that area where we'll use like a hydraulic launch. So we should probably start work on that now. First of all, we need to decide on which coaster we're actually going to use. I want it to be a launch coaster, but I'm trying to think which ones are the launch coasters. So it's the hydraulic launch coaster, this one, but it would be nice to have a 4 seats in width, though I'm not really sure there is one. I think this should be fine, so we can just build with this one. It doesn't really matter. So I reckon I'm going to have the coaster start around here, and then we can build the train. We want it to be pretty long so that we can actually, have quite a lot of passengers on. However, we don't want it to have too much speed when it's coming down here. There's the money farm. Yet we also need it to be, to fit in here. And then we can place the boosters along here. Okay, let's see how this acts. Let's see how this is. Now, we can add a few more boosters, maybe going upwards a little bit, like this. We don't have too many before we actually go up into the air. So here we are. This is where it's going to shoot out of the top of the temple. I couldn't get the word in my head. And I was thinking we can have quite a bit of a bank here. So they go upside down and then they go into this area over here. My only concern is that we might hit the roof, which would be kind of a problem. Maybe a bit higher. We want them to go completely vertical and really high in the air as well. Yeah, let's just do this. Yeah, so there we go. We just increased the height limit so that we can actually place this high. And then now we can make the coaster kind of go back down this way and sort of charge through the forest. We'll have to clear out some of these trees, as obviously we don't want them to be just going like a million miles an hour through all these trees. If we have like a high banking corner over here, I think that'll be pretty nice. We want this roller coaster to be smooth, so we have to have really long bends when they're going really fast, like this. Let's now have like a huge corkscrew over the top of the temple. Make sure we're banking the right way. So here they should be completely upside down. Let's see how this is so far, so we don't just build the entire thing and then have it being really bad. Right, we're gonna have to wait until it comes back out because I'm kind of stuck down here otherwise. Here we go. Okay, right, let's see how it is. Yeah. Okay. I'm gonna need to increase those booster powers. Okay guys, so after a lot of messing around, I think I've got a nice, like, launch. Look, check it out. So, yeah, it's pretty good. So now we just need to work on the rest of the roller coaster. So I did something. I kind of, yeah, I built the whole coaster. And I didn't record it because I thought it would be kind of boring to watch me just build this whole coaster. But don't worry, at the end of the video, I'll do a POV of what it actually looks like, and I'll put it at nighttime so it'll look really cool. But again, if I'm going to put it at nighttime, like I did for the temple here, I need to decorate it with colors, lights, all this kind of stuff. And you can see it going around right now. It's really cool. So I think we need to start off with actually coloring the track. So I actually quite like the green as the main color of the track, as it's, well, it's part of the jungle, but all the other colors are just nasty. So I think for the supports, we can either go two ways. We can either have them like a green, like this, but also a darker green, as you can see, like this. But we can also go for the approach of maybe like a tree color, like the bottom of the tree. So I think maybe as a brown, it might look better, because then maybe I'll imply it more like it's a tree. So as you can see, like this. Okay, so now we can actually change the color of the coaster. Let's just bring it back here. So obviously we don't want the nasty orange. Let's give it a brown maybe. Not sure about that. Maybe darker. I quite like this actually. It's like a bright green, but it's quite nice. I think it matches quite well. Oh, I just realized there's, well, I mean, this isn't exactly supposed to be going into the floor, so we should probably get this area ready. So I kind of completely forgot about this, although we obviously don't want the guests just to be riding into the floor, because although it may be cool at times, it might not be great. Might hurt a little bit. So let's just clear out this area here and make like a little tunnel for the guest to go through, for the ride to go through. I think that's pretty good. A very simple little tunnel. Okay, now I think we can change all of these to be rock. Yeah, that's much better. If we just change all the walls to be rock. Yeah, that's pretty cool. I like that. But now I think also all of these should be changed as well to be rock, because then it's properly like a cave, you know? However, we will add some lights. So I'm just adding some lights now. Just lanterns along the side, as we want it to be not so visible, but yet visible enough to see what's actually going on. So there we go. That's pretty cool. Maybe we could add some small details inside of here. Just very simple things that we can fill the area with. Like maybe some rocks, and then maybe we could throw in some bushes just to give some green life down here. And then since it is a cave, we could maybe add a couple crystals, and then we can do the same for this area here, like that. I think that's pretty cool. Let's see how it looks. So we come down here. Okay, nice. And then through here. It's a bit fast. That's not great, but it's fine. Look, there you go. Now this is the launch. We're waiting, we're waiting, we're waiting. And then finally, boom, we're shot out into the air. Yeah. So I wasn't 100% planning on creating supports for this ride manually. However, this part here is just hovering here, which I think is horrible. So we're going to add some supports for this. There we go. I think those are pretty cool, and they're very menacing at the back of this roller coaster. Like, that just looks pretty cool. So, coloring wise, I don't want the roller coaster to feel like it's fake. I mean, this doesn't look 100% realistic, but it's not supposed to. I think if we just make these upper parts a bit different, like a brighter color like this, then it looks pretty good. There you go. That's pretty good. I like that. So I think it's now the moment that you guys have been waiting for. The final reveal of the entire roller coaster. This has been me, Chappie. Thank you for watching.